Alrighty, guys, let's do a quick update on HOLO. Obviously, it's like one of the most trending stocks out there. So, to me, it seems really different this time around compared to the other pumps. If you're looking at, look at the daily chart. I think everyone can eyeball this and be like, okay, we have some recent highs here. This is very clear to me that we are literally breaking out of a downtrend. If you look at from here, the highs to the lows here, it's very clear. We're definitely out, breaking out, and as you can see, we're clearly above the trend line. So right there looks very nice on a daily candle standpoint, and so then you got to be like, okay, well, where do we look for, for our entries and all that? And if you see this, you can see there's a long upper wick right here on this daily candle. So if you just wanted to use basic technical analysis, this is not how I do my system. I like to get in before the big pump happens. I would alert this thing well below the EMAs, but I just want to show you guys how very clear this is happening here. Right here is this long upper wick here, and then we come back down. And so this, what right here it happened is the daily candle hit this, it pushed back, and then we went above it. So there's a thing called support or resistance before. Now that is turned support. This candle here is support. And so look at this daily candle here. We're coming very close to where that resistance turns support. So this should be support right where this line is here, right here. And we could color code it anything we want, but that blue line right here should be that, or let's make it kind of a yellow one so you can see it. And then what a lot of people be like, okay, now, if I was going to take a stop loss, I highly recommend, if you're going to trade a momentum play that has literally just ran up and it can go right through back down here and all the way to the lows, you're going to have a stop loss. For HOLO, I would give it about a 10% stop loss. Because if it breaks through this and it breaks through this support here, then it's going to keep coming down, in my opinion. And then you can look at your data price range and be like, well, what kind of percentage gain can I get from this to the highs? Well, you're looking at this right here. You're literally looking at a 41% return if you bought it at this support and it bounces and goes all the way to the high. Now, would I aim for that? No. I'm very conservative. I always take the gains and I scale out. If it keeps going, then I put a stop loss and I try to get as much. If it makes a new high, let's say it goes to my upper trend channel here, which it very well could. HOLO has very, very well done that in the past. We can see right up in here, you're looking at a 68%. So let me go over my strategy. That's just basic support resistance. I think everyone should know that. But let me go over my unique strategy, what tells me where I can get in early and all that. And I just hope that really helps you guys to understand. All we're doing is we're breaking out of this channel here. If you look at the highs, the lows, we can very clearly see it's very obvious that we broke out. Right in here, we broke out of that channel. From this candle here to here, we broke out of the channel, and now we're in a mini uptrend. And then what happened is we had this candle here, support turn resistance, and we'll draw this again. Remember, support can turn, or resistance to return support right here. We had a hard time crumbling. Long wick means that was a lot of sellers, and then we tried it again, and then clearly engulfed the candle. I mean, the bulls very clearly said, no, that resistance is not going to stop me. And then we come back down, and I really, truly think this is just a retest of this support line here where this horizontal line is, and then we come just soaring up. I truly think that's what's going to happen to HOLO. Okay, but let's look at my strategy here, as I probably do the most unique strategy. I look for EMAs, which is the three middle bands here. I use the Keltner channels of the upper band here, the lower band here, and what I try to do is I try to get below the EMAs, because a lot of people can predict things when they start moving. It's so easy to do. HOLO's up 50%, so now everybody's on it. But the problem is you tend to backhold, especially for pennies, and when you try to chase things, because as you can see, HOLO went from 74 cents and now it's right back down to 50, and it could very well keep going down. It could literally go back to 30 cents. We've seen that happen over and over again with HOLO. We hit this EMA 20 here. As you can see, this is this blue band EMA 20. That is your reversion to the mean. When price hits the EMA 20, price will go back. Price will oftentimes go back and go under and make that new downtrend. Because when you're in a downtrend, you kind of stay in that downtrend until you have that clear break. We are having a clear break, so it could be different, but this was a clear break too. You see how the false signals give. This candle right here clearly showed we broke out of this downtrend here, as you can very clearly see the highs and the lows. But what happened is the sellers came back in, hits the 20, and then it comes back down. So there is a occurrence that it is hard for HOLO to stay above the EMA 20. So what I would like to say is, guys, look at the time distance, and this will save you guys a lot. The last time we hit EMA 20 was 6/04/2024. This is so important to realize, because if you do the math, if you do the back testing, you will see that all EMA 20s will get hit. It's a guarantee. It always happens. If it don't hit in 2 months, then it's rather long. So we look for an entry for EMA 20 to be hit. And that's really what we saw right here. This right here was your reversion to the mean. This candle, we had to hit the EMA 20. It was only a matter of time. And what we had is, if you're looking at this, we have, very good accumulation all three out here. We have bears going, bears here, bulls here, bears here, and it's just consolidating. Someone big is accumulating. And the more you look at this, you're like, this totally makes sense why we made a 40% move at the EMA 20. That should not surprise everyone. And it kept going up and up and up. So if you would have used this system and buy where the accumulation zones are and understand where price has to go back to, that's the strategy I want to show you guys. We could look at basic support resistance, upper trend channels, when it breaks out a trend, but I truly think we will bounce at this area that I showed you in the beginning of the video. But you really want to make sure you get in early, and that's the system I want to show you. That's where the big traders make the money, on the big trend reversal candles. So yeah, and then another thing I want to show you guys, well, what if you're not hitting this ATR4, which is this green band here? That is my most consistent buy zone. Well, what you do is you draw a trend channel from the highs into the most recent lows that makes the most sense. So if you draw a trend channel, we wouldn't have this candle, you can clearly see there is a channel of where you had the bottoms and the tops. Throughout this channel, till you break through it, this channel is going to be respected. If it gets to the bottom here, it's probably going to bounce, and that's what HOLO does. And then we get to the bottom here, and we bounce, and then we finally break out. But you got to understand is price will go back to the mean. Everything moves in waves. They don't just keep going down forever. There is algos that control the market, and they will hit that EMA 20. But you just want to make sure you're buying below the 20, the 10, and the 5. And you can see right down in here is where all that criteria is met. And you have a very clear consolidation pattern, which is very bullish. Especially when price is beaten down, it looks to make that next move. Remember, boring price action is very good, especially in this big, long downtrend. Because then, bulls are really trying to be like, okay, I think I can justify this price for HOLO. And what amazing gain you guys, could have had here, from 28 cents all the way up to 76. I mean, this is going to make you guys disgusted, but let me show you guys the gains this could have made. It's absolutely insane. All the way up to here, you're looking at a 172% return. And tell me you guys aren't happy with that. I would take literally the 40% right here to the EMA 20. Or actually a little more than that. As you can see right here, you can get about 50%. But that was a massive, massive trade. But HOLO is known to do this. HOLO can do it. It has very well hit the ATR4. This thing is extremely beaten down. And I truly think it's going to go up from here. It's a nice little uptrend. Maybe we can get a little bounce from here. But we'll totally see. I'm going to see if my technical analysis works. But do try to do the trend reversal. Get in early. Buy when price is depressing. Because it's so easy to buy when everything is green and everyone's happy. Everyone has, full of hopium. Yeah, that's so easy to buy. When HOLO's up 150% from the lows, then people are like, oh, wow, HOLO can get going. We knew HOLO can get going. You just didn't know what price to buy it at. And that's the tricky part, right? A lot of times you just got to control your emotions. And I tell my Discord members, you accumulate the dips, you sell the rips, and you have a solid accumulation roll. You never go all in at once. And I teach that all in the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, click the link down below in the YouTube comments, and in the description below will say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system, and it'll take you to this free chat landing page. You can read the testimonies of how a lot of people like this strategy. It's very nice. You please read how to subscribe, but the very best way to subscribe is just hit server shop in the top left, and you can see I offer two subscriptions on how you can trade like a pro. Day and Swing Trading Plus is going to give you the most value. For 12 bucks a month, you get access to all my education, future education, day trade alerts, swing trade alerts, entries and exits with live streams, my journal of, you can see my over 95% win ratio doing this exact strategy. But I want you guys to, try the day trading community too. What I showed you was a swing trading. The day trading makes my swing trades look weak. I'm making around 20-30% literally a day doing just day trades, and I'm out in 10 minutes, and it has an over 95% win ratio too. But this is HOLO. I just want to do a great breakdown analysis of how to get in early, and then what if the price starts running? You have to find the key levels. Find the key levels. Where did the sellers is? Remember, long wicks means sellers took advantage, and then once it comes back down, this body right here is where a general support area should be. HOLO is very close to that area, as I pinpointed. We're very close to this support area. Can it go a little lower? Sure. Can it go just and miss the support area and then jump? Absolutely. Nobody knows the absolute exact price HOLO should jump from this area. I just know that's an accumulation area, and everyone should be looking at that if you're in the trade. But yeah, as always, join the Discord. I look to see you guys in there. It's only 12 bucks a month, and if you subscribe on your computer, it's a flat rate. If you do it on your phone, it'll charge you a little more, but you'll get access to all this and all the education content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed it and you want more videos just like this. All right, guys, peace out.